immediately.
I need you to understand that just by ignoring someone does not mean that the threat is going to go away. What's going on, everybody? Joe from Southern Cross Safety Academy, and here we have a lesson on proper pepper spray use. In this case, really what not to do with it. So we're going to take a look at this video here where this woman is assaulted by a guy. Luckily, she wasn't stabbed, and she really does a lot of things wrong and ends up getting her cell phone blasted in her head towards the end of it here. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's happening. Now, you see that as the video starts off, our perpetrator already has a knife in his hand, and it's a pretty decent sized knife. It's not something small. He walks up, he's shining it right at her, brandishing it, and then eventually he sits here and then he stabs it right into her bag. She's lucky that it wasn't her. Now, notice how her attitude, she just keeps looking away from him as if like not engaging with him at this point is going to effectively neutralize it. This is not effective neutralizing techniques, okay? Ignoring somebody after they've already decided to tether their energy with you and engage with you is not an effective means. Now, here she finally pulls out her spray, holds it in her hand, basically brandishing it, and then lets the guy stay close enough to where he grabs her cell phone and smashes it in her head before riding off into the sunset. So let's go ahead and take another look at this here so we can kind of figure out what's going on. First thing is, this guy has a knife, and this woman is just sitting there acting as if though he doesn't exist. This is justified lethal self-defense in many, many states, especially in Illinois. If somebody is yelling at you, pulls a knife out on you, and points it towards you and threatens you, you absolutely can use lethal justified self-defense in this case, let alone pepper spray. The next thing is, notice how she's just sitting there. Get up. Remember, safety equals distance plus time. The more distance you have from somebody, an attacker, the more time you have to prepare yourself to respond accordingly. Therefore, the safer you are and always will be. So get up. Don't think this person's joking. Next, he stabs her purse and her belongings. And what's her number one concern is grabbing her purse. Maybe because it had her spray in there. I doubt it. I think that her mind is in a completely different state, whether because of shock right now or whatever. I don't know, but anytime somebody ever pulls a knife out on you, you need to be getting up, getting away from them. And she has all these barriers there, the table, the stanchions, the bench. She could have just gotten up on the other side of that thing and already sprayed this dude. But instead, her personal property gets damaged. She's lucky she didn't get damaged, but she goes right back to having lunch with her friend, acting as if though this guy just will magically disappear. It's not the case. We can defend ourselves easily. We just need to know how to. And it starts with, being aware. Now, here we see her grab her spray again. She brandishes it, basically holding it here out, getting her thumb ready in position. Whenever we're going to use pepper spray, we need to have a planned escape route. So make sure you look around, you're standing up, and you're able to get away quickly, because pepper spray isn't just going to immediately incapacitate someone. They're going to come reach for it because the primitive part of their brain wants to stop whatever is causing some sort of pain on them. And you'll see that he does that here. But also is that they can very well still come after you. Just because you spray somebody with a little bit of, pepper juice doesn't mean that they can't still attack you. So you need to have a clear and pre-planned, if you can, exit route. The least you could do is at least get up. Like, this woman in this situation has a lot of opportunities that she doesn't take advantage of. So if you are this woman, I recommend that you give me a call, because I would love to give you some training on how to properly handle yourself, because ultimately it ended up with what? This guy taking your phone and then smashing you in the head with it. And you probably got cracked open and bled a little bit there. But it isn't until after her own phone is smashed into her head that she finally gets up and, decides to walk away. So a lot of really valuable lessons to be learned from this. Okay, one is, when somebody brandishes a weapon on you, take it very seriously. If somebody even threatens you, then you need to take it very seriously, especially if it's a person who you don't know. They seem to be transient in nature. The next thing is having situational awareness and getting the hell up and creating that distance between yourself and that person who's threatening to attack you or pulls a weapon out on you. The third is to have your tools ready. Like, don't be responding in a reactive manner. You need to be proactively, taking that initiative. So once this guy pulls a knife out, bam, pepper spray, firearm, whatever it is, you need to be able to defend yourself. And then ultimately make sure that you're, again, creating distance, getting up, and then having a well-defined escape route, because whenever we use a personal safety tool, it's never a guarantee, even if it's a gun. You need to have a defined escape route, somewhere you're going to move to after you engage with this person and use your personal safety device. So this woman is very lucky that she didn't get killed. And again, I hope that this is valuable for you all. Let me know if you've ever used pepper spray before, any sort of OC spray. Let me know your experience with it. Nowadays, they're designed with gel, so it doesn't really blow back in you, and they're really really effective. The efficacy of the product is like really great. So if you want some, check out the links. We have it. We have Saber. It's only $14.99, and it could definitely save your life. All right, everyone, take care, stay safe, and always be kind.